I feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Oh my! Oh no! No! You can't do that!
Just see that steering wheel. What that do?
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface. Spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight at the lovely Daytona International Racing Circuit. My name is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is the banker, who will be the race director for the Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Category 2B Round 7 Season 11 race that we're about to get underway, aren't we, banker?
Everything right, I trust, on this end, but good to be back as RD. Really enjoying looking at the race and seeing all the technical data that RDs have available. But yeah, the practice sessions have been really interesting. We've got a lot of drivers on full fuel doing low 48s, high 47s. So this is going to be not only a hot qualifying, but I think a very competitive race. So looking forward to it at the mighty Daytona road course.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll just have a look at the track map for tonight's proceedings. Of course, it is Daytona International Speedway. Round 7 of this Season 11 Sector 1 Apex Series. It will be a standard length round, 3 times tyres, 4 times fuel usage, 3 litres per second refuel rate. The available tyres, the available compounds and the compulsory compounds are the same. It is the soft and the medium compound tyres. The race format tonight will be a 10-minute qualifying on 50% fuel, as has been the case the entire season long, with a race of 26 laps. Now, there are a number of strategies here tonight. Fuel will definitely be an issue in this one. It's going to take a lot to save enough to make the medium, the one-stop strategy work, I should say. But so I think the two-stop will be a very viable strategy, and I think they're both going to have enough that we're going to see a bit of variability in tonight's races. Of course, it is Daytona road course, 5.729 kilometers, 12 turns, and we are once again back in the United States. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on the race strategy here tonight, Graham?
Yeah, I've just looked at that. The one stop definitely, but that two stop looks really interesting. This course, a lot of people don't like turn 1 in the bus stop, and we saw it living up to its reputation in the strategy. But I love the high speed entries into those. But I think that two stop on softs to give that grip into those high speed corners, but also through that flat middle section of the track, that's going to be very interesting to see if someone can pull that off, the soft, medium, soft strategy.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just have a look at the point situation. We are a moment away from the Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Category 2B qualifying, but here is how the point situation stands as they head into tonight. So my teammate over at APR Motorsport, Carbon Boy, he leads the way by 12 points over championship rival ESR Renegade. Aussie Psycho is there in 3rd place. Daz is 4th for Doghouse. Wartime in 5th. Cruisin' is 6th. The Good Doc there in 7th place. Killer on the Loose in 8th. Level at 1 9th. Blue Dog 10th. Laminator 11th. Archangel 12th. Debrev 13th. And Prua there in 14th. Now, it is important to note that there are a couple of teams points fill-ins from the Invitational Series racing in this Category 2B field tonight. I believe Betty is lining up for Zero Turn, and Bangers is filling in for Prua in APR. We'll be missing Killer on the Loose, Cruisin' and Prua in tonight's proceedings. So interesting to see how the fresh blood goes in tonight's race. Isn't that right, Banker?
Yeah, really looking forward to this, and that's one of the reasons for the Invitational Series. Great for the guys in the community to actually get some race time, but also that feeder series into the main game. And with Betty, you'll see him in CP livery tonight, but just pretend it's Zero Turn Motorsports. Other than that, it should all be good.
Yeah, there was a bit of difficulty getting the correct livery onto that car, so just
livery,
use your imagination. So we'll just have a quick look at the teams point situation as we head into this one. So Kraken Esports leads the way over Jamco Racing in 2nd. Brock Air 5 Sim Racing not far behind in 3rd. Dadson Racing in 4th. Doghouse 5th. APR in 6th. 7th is CP Motorsport. 8th is Lightning Motorsport. 9th is Black Rose Racing. 10th is Thunder Motorsport. 11th is Blacklight Motorsport. 12th is Hooncorp Esports. 13th is Zero Turn Motorsport, and in 14th is Symmetry Motorsports. Ferrari still leads the way in the manufacturers. Peugeot 2nd, Porsche 3rd, and the McLarens currently the least scoring of the 4 manufacturers. So, what do you say we get this show on the road and get started with our Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Category 2B qualifying there, Banker?
Absolutely. And also worthy to mention, we have some retro liveries on display tonight. I know Brocky Sim Racing that's Wartime, so he's running a very catchy pink and white scheme. And I think it's reminiscence of, and I've lost the thought there, but also pretty sure Thunder Motorsports is also running a retro livery, but they'll certainly pop up in the telecast. But yeah, actually the other one is Good Doc, I believe, Blacklight Motorsport. So there's a few out there.
Yeah, there are a number of special liveries tonight for the retro round, so keep an eye out for that. It should be a great night of racing. So let's get started for that qualifying session there, Banker.
Yep, just let the guys know.
Yeah, so special thanks to everyone for coming out tonight. Just having a quick look in the chat. We've got Revs, Aussie Sim Racing. We've got Betty in the chat, Ghost in the chat. Brocky's there, Pennywise, Captain Muffin. We've got Deborah Fish. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Nice to see you all here tonight. As we are about to go qualifying for Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Category 2B.
Yep, the green button's been pushed. We've got everyone sitting in the pits. And I'll just get to the first car, which should be Wartime on track, car 1.
Yes. Now, it is important to note that these guys, they are making their way round the first turn through this pit lane. In the race, when they're making a pit stop, they will not have to round this first section, so it cuts off a significant amount of time on the track, so they don't have to do this big convoluted loop around the first couple of turns. But yeah, in this qualifying session, as they're driving out from the pits, that is what they have to do. They have to do that big loop. But yeah, just snagging on as to the Brocky 05 Sim Racing car of Wartime. He's had a pretty good year this year in Sector 1, looking very, very strong. He just makes his way onto the tri-oval in the number 14 car. Just behind him, we do have Archangel in the default Symmetry car. Behind him, we have the Hooncorp car of ESR Renegade. Behind him, do have Carbon Boy in the plain APR colours as well.
Who's been
Another
very
one-
quick tonight. Very quick.
Yeah, he's the championship leader, and he is looking to put a nail in the coffin here tonight. So Good Dog just behind him, running the retro car. Now, both Artsy and Good Dog, they've affectionately said that Blacklight and Thunder Motorsports have changed, switched colours for this round. So, yeah, Good Dog in the pink and black car for this race. Laminated just behind in the 888 Lightning Motorsport car. Just behind him, we do have Blue Dog, Good Dog, Blue Dog in the CP car. Just behind him, we do have Debrev in a nice retro livery there as well, in the zero turn car. Bangers and Mash makes his way out on track. Oh, what's happened
bit
here?
of mischief for Bangers and Mash. He just had a bit of a spin there, so but no one died. They're all. He should be back on the track running.
We'll have a look if we can catch that on the LJ Media Action replay there. Fortunately not. I'd say he just got it all a little crossed up at the apron, and yeah, continues on. But yeah, these guys, they're on their first flying laps. We do see Renegade looking very racy here tonight. He's just behind Archangel at the moment. And it looks like he's going to get a nice tow from that McLaren all the way down. Yeah, all the way down the
Renegade's
backstretch.
in form too. Won the endurance race, featured strongly at Red Bull Ring. It's interesting to see what he can do on the oval tonight.
Yeah, exactly. He really needs to get a good round in here tonight if he has any hope of taking the championship as they enter the bus stop. So he got a nice tow all the way down. It was, there may have been a little bit of bumper-to-bumper contact there, but it looks like
Racing and qualifying.
yeah, exactly. We're only 3 minutes in here, and they're already going hammer and tong.
Yeah. How could this possibly turn out?
Yeah. As Archangel is going to fly back on by as they head down towards the finish line. And
had
Renegade.
the advantage of time there, but yeah, it could be checked up here.
Yeah. Carbon Boy immediately into the 47s, 6/10 clear of the rest of the field. That is an absolutely stonking lap in the early stages here.
Yeah, he's going to go faster because he did that time on full fuel.
Yeah, wow.
practice.
That was an absolutely
Blue Dog up into
monumental.
P3. Oh, and had a spin. Turn one after setting the lap.
As we'll have a look on the LJ Media Action replay. Let's see what happened here. So he set his lap. He barreled down towards the first turn, stepped on the brake pedal, and it just came round on him. Wow, okay. That's
Daz about to complete his lap. He's on this. Yep, straight to P1. So Daz, he had a really strong round at Red Bull Ring. Unfortunately, just caught up in a few incidents. But yeah, I think he will be in for a strong showing tonight for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very good lap. He's the last driver on track here at the moment, so a little bit of clean air just helping him out here tonight, I suspect. Malevolent One in P2.
1.5 tenths up on his best.
Yeah, wow. The black and orange Thunder Motorsports car. Carbon Boy can only mount P3 at the moment. As he's
he got a great run through the bus stop.
Oh, he's down and massively on his time. Potentially had a penalty or just a moment on that lap somewhere. But it will be Wartime, who will be the first driver to cross the line to complete the second flying lap. He looks like he's on a bit of a heater here. No, he's down by 2/10.
Renegade into the pits.
I mean, it is just past the halfway mark in this session, so I'm not surprised to see him in. As Laminator does improve, goes P3, he slots himself onto the second row of the grid. Fine margins between the top four at the moment.
Yeah, Daz is 5 tenths down. He had a bit of a loose exit out of the bus stop there, so we might see him pull into the pits here rather than Is he dropping in? No.
He goes for the lap. Oh, I think he's going to be down though, yeah. A 48.3, that's nothing to sneeze at though, but wow. Goes around again, potentially not coming in for an extra set of tyres. Malevolent One's in, so he's going to get another crack at it. I think now, if you're still on track and you haven't taken a pit stop, that's pretty much the most that you can go. You're not going to be able to stop now, do a pit stop, and then get around to do another lap.
Back out. Yeah. Laminator just touched the grass in the infield, so Carbon Boy's 2 tenths up on his best lap. He's 2.5 tenths off the pole. Laminator touched the grass through the infield, so this lap won't be a good one for him. Good clean exit by Carbon Boy there. Let's see on the timing split.
He's up by 10th. That could be on for pole here with the straight line speed of the McLaren. What can he do? Round the big banking of turn 4. Or it would be turn 4 on the tri-oval. Make that make sense, America. But as Carbon Boy, he makes his way towards the line. What can he do? Oh, so close. Wow. Tight margins at the top here, only 2 tenths separating them. So Laminator peels in. I just don't think there's enough time here, unless he can come into the pits, do a sub 30-second pit stop here, and then be out on track. I just don't think there's enough time. But I don't think he's going to be able to get around again, as Blue Dog does improve his lap there. P7 for him at the moment. As Aussie Psycho goes P5. That's a great lap in the GMCO Ferrari. He'll be very happy with that. As Betty does improve as well.
Just slightly off, but still holds pole.
Yeah,
that Carbon Boy goes. He's coming on to the back straight through turns 7 and 8.
Yeah, that lap from Daz, it would have been good enough for pole position, despite not being his personal quickest lap so far. But Carbon Boy, let's see what he can do. We're right on board with him. Can he find something as he barrels down towards... No, he's 3 tenths down. He's going to have to find something massive through the chicane here, the bus stop. Stamps on the pedal about that one board. Gets it turned in. Looking very smooth. Oh, maybe a fraction wide. He could get slapped with an invoice there. He has found a 10.5 through there. Has he got the run? Will he be able to improve when he gets to the line? He's going to have to find 2.5 tenths in a straight line. He's revving it out all the way. I don't think he's got enough. It's going to be tight though. As Wartime goes to P3, he slots himself into the mix. But what can Carbon Boy do? No! He's down by a 10.5.
We've got Laminator out. He's on his out lap, and he's going to make this, I think, to 26 seconds to get around and get an extra lap.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
And fresh softs, light fuel.
Yeah, only a 10.5 off pole. These are very, very tight margins here at the top.
So Carbon Boy's on his final lap, and he's 0.173 up on his best. That would give him pole if he can...
As Laminator, he misses out. He missed out by a second. That is absolutely gut-wrenching for him.
Last lap.
Yeah. But now we look up to Daz. What can he do? He's on his final lap.
He's rolled out.
Yeah.
He's rolled out.
So we've only got a couple more drivers on a lap here. Malevolent One, he's rounding the final corner at the moment, and he's definitely down on his time as well. So it's Wartime, Carbon Boy, and who's behind them there on track? I think it may be... No, I'm not too sure who it is. It's Carbon Boy and Wartime, and I think it's Good Doc just behind him.
Rolled out of that. He's rolled out of the
he
flat,
has too.
So I'm not sure what. He was 0.15 down, so I'm not sure why.
And I think Wartime's down as well here too. Oh, maybe not. I think he's on a heater. Yes, he definitely is. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve here? No. Not quite. We look down the order to Good Doc, who is the last driver on a lap here. And yeah, I think he's rolled out of it too. Oh, he's out of fuel. Wow. Okay.
And we got Renegade behind.
I
didn't
don't
see
think
his
he's on a
split
lap.
time, so
Oh, he is on a lap, yes.
finish.
They definitely are. But they are all down. Oh, Nemesis did improve, but not in position. Apologies, everybody. I thought that was everything for the session, but there was a couple more cars on a flying lap there. But yeah, it will be Daz that takes the pole position. We'll just have a look at the qualifying results here tonight, as this is how they will be lined up in a moment's time. Daz takes pole position with a 47.616. He grabs the 2 bonus points for that achievement. Carbon Boy there, P2, just less than a tenth off. Wartime slots himself into 3rd on the 2nd row of the grid, with Malevolent One there in 4th. Laminator there, 5th. 6th for Aussie Psycho, 7th for Bangers and Mash, 8th for Blue Dog. Debrev in 9th, Archangel 10th, Good Doc 11th, Renegade 12th, and Betty is 13th at the start of this one. So, wow, that was a very tense qualifying. There was a lot of surprises up and down the grids, and very, very tight at the top end, wasn't it, Baker?
Oh, absolutely. If you look at that, there's 0.185 between the top 5 drivers, and even going back, what's that, 8th, 9th, it's under a second. It's under 9 tenths back to P10. And in 11 and 12, you got a 2 pretty good drivers there as well, plus Betty, who's new to the main game. So this will be a very close race. You know, expect to see Good Doc and Renegade up at the pointy end at some point, challenging for the podium through the course of the race. Bearing in mind, you know, there's multiple strategies on offer here.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a feel for someone like Aussie Psycho or Bangers and Mash. They're less than 3 tenths off pole, and they're down in P6 and P7. So very competitive field here tonight. And I think we're in with the alternating strategies and the fact that this could go either way. I think this is going to be an absolute ripper of a race. So what do you say we get started for 26 laps of Daytona?
Yep, looks like the guys know I'm pushing the button. And ready to start. Here we go.
Sweet. So let us know down below your race predictions coming into this one. As everyone's pointing out, very, very tight margins up top. So going to be a great race, I feel. Let's see if they can keep it calm through the first lap.
I just want to say that, what is it, the invitational drivers, Bangers and Mash and Betty, I think they had around about 20 minutes heads up on this. So they probably haven't even had a chance to really get on the track and practice.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised with Bangers slotting at P7, just 3 tenths off pole. He's never driven this track before. But as Daz leads them away down towards the first turn, he will begin the first lap of 26. And Carbon Boy in close pursuit. Carbon Boy gets a great launch off the line there. He's right up behind him as they slam on the brakes to get it slowed down for the first turn. Oh, Wartime all sorts of sideways as we see Malevolent One trying to find track position there, but it doesn't quite open up for him. But Daz and Carbon Boy, they're neck and neck, bumper to bumper. Can Carbon Boy put a move on him? He can't be all eyes forward though, as he has Wartime right in his mirrors looking to try and pop one on him as soon as possible. As Laminator shuffles up past Malevolent One, he drops down a position and into the final few corners of the infill section. And it looks like Carbon Boy is still just trying to find a way through on Daz. But very clean start, and we're seeing a very big gap between Wartime and Laminator here. It's starting to open up. 1.5 seconds already.
I've just been sitting down the back of the field watching through the first few corners and infield, and yeah, very clean start. Little bit of rubbing, but absolutely nothing there that's caused anyone to have an off track or put an opponent off. So good clean start, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Carbon Boy, he slides into the lead of the race. He makes his way past the Peugeot. It's got great acceleration, but the McLaren, it has good top speed. It has probably the best top speed out of all the cars in the category. So he just breezes his way through. And Carbon Boy immediately pulls out a second gap as Daz has to defend from Wartime in P3.
Good dog, straight line the bus stop through the grass. He's lost a lot of time there.
As Malevolent One is way off the back of the field here. So we'll have a look and see what's happened to him on the LJ Media Action replay.
Yeah.
As, oh, yep, he's done it on his own. Just lost the rear end through the mid part of the bus stop chicane and, yeah, demoted to the rear of the field, unfortunately. But he continues on bravely, 10 seconds off the back of the field. So I think we're seeing a bit of difference between strategies because Carbon Boy has put 3 seconds on Daz in just half a lap. He only overtook him into the bus stop, remember? So I think Daz has to be on the one stop. So already we're seeing a bit of convergence here,
There's
or divergence. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely a difference in strategies playing out. Whether or not it's one stop with different choices up front, but so I'll decode that. Tyres are different.
Yeah, okay. I think it really comes down to the kind of car that you're in as well. Some of these cars, they're more receptive to fuel saving. I know the McLaren, it doesn't really like fuel saving all too much, as we see Wartime
putting a move on Daz here up the outside.
High on the embankment. Let's see what he can do. Peels himself into P2 and overtakes Daz similarly to how to as Carbon Boy did 1 lap ago. So we see Laminator fighting off Aussie Psycho here. And can he get it done? Oh, they're side by side. Oh, a little bit of bumper to bumper. Door to door, and they're still side by side through the bus stop. Wow. That was some very brave racing. And they're about to go 3 wide. Look at this. Blue Dog, he's getting into the mix. And as he peels by the Peugeot, and now he's looking for a move on the Ferrari. The Ferrari, possibly the worst straight line speed that we have in our field. As Bangers and Mash getting involved there too.
Well, in the McLaren.
Wow, look at this. They're 2 by 2 down towards the first turn. They're marching in formation.
Close your eyes.
Will they all get it stopped? I think they do just about. Very clean stuff.
And
this is
brought Renegade up into this now.
Wow, this is great racing. Look at this.
Oh, Lemonade's a bit wide on the grass. Renegade got him through there.
As it looks like Aussie Psycho, he's peeled away at the moment. And he's got that. Oh, his Bangers Match very slow out of the hairpin. He's under pressure from Renegade here as he blocks it off from the outside. Will we see a move from Renegade? He pulls to the inside, late under brakes. Oh, this Bangers and Mash later and manages to cut him off and hold that position for now. But he's already 7-8 tenths off the back of Blue Dog here. As Blue Dog, he goes for a move on Aussie Psycho. Aussie Psycho, he lost a little coming out onto the tri-oval, lost the rear a little, and it just meant that Blue Dog was able to wisp on by. Very, very eager, opportunistic move from Blue Dog there.
We got Aussie Psycho and Bangers and Mash and Renegade on the back straight, so good exit out the bus stop might give this position of Renegade. Ooh. And Laminator a little bit deep under brakes there, hit the grass at the bus stop. That's
he's under a lot of pressure from Dobrev here as well. Oh,
now. Yeah, and a penalty.
Yeah, that's not helping his case at all, as he's going to serve that in a moment's time. And Dobrev will inherit P8.
Blue Dog here, he's putting a lot of pressure on Daz coming over the start-finish and into turn 1. He's gone for the inside.
Yeah, I'd say Daz is definitely on the one-stop strategy here. Oh, Daz, late under brakes. How's he managed to get that stopped? I don't know, but that was a very hot coming into the first turn there. Blue Dog goes up into P3. Daz currently P4, and I think he's going to be under pressure from Aussie Psycho straight away here once again. So they head down towards the left kink, towards the second hairpin on this infield part of the circuit.
I'm just looking at lap times. Carbon Boy and Blue Dog are the only ones in the 148s at this point.
Yeah, okay. So Carbon Boy is whisked away 6.3 seconds to the good. So do you reckon you can give us a bit of insight as to how these race strategies are playing out for us at the moment.
Yep,
Banker?
absolutely. So Carbon has started on racing softs, which I alluded to in the opening lap. We have his fuel is, he's sitting at about close to sort of getting down into the high 60% range. Wartime, he's on racing mediums, but a similar fuel load. Blue Dog, using the same fuel as Carbon Boy, also on racing softs, and he's just put some clean air between himself and Wartime into P2. So these guys are really pushing hard. They're not short shifting, they are going hard. There's sort of set 2 Porsches and a McLaren out the front. Daz and the Peugeot is under a lot of pressure from Aussie Psycho at the moment. I'll just hold that off while we get into turn 1.
Oh, he does well to defend it, but once again, he's so hot under brakes into the first turn. It barely manages to get it pulled up.
Yep, a little Peugeot it could. Now, Daz is on racing mediums, really good tyre wear as you expect from that, and probably the best fuel by what's growing to be quite a reasonable amount at this stage of the race. So I think we're seeing a one-stop strategy from Daz. The few in front will still be a 2 or a 1 there. They haven't sort of shown their hand there totally, but fuel use, they'll have to consider that. Aussie Psycho racing mediums. His fuel's about a bit between Daz and the guys in front, so probably a one-stop. Bangers and Mash racing soft, just picked up a penalty there through the infield. 0.5.
Yeah, and I did see that on the last lap, Renegade did get by him, but Bangers has somehow managed to make his way back through, but I don't think it's going to last with that half-second penalty hanging over his head. Sorry to interrupt there, Baker.
That's right. His fuel's right up there with Carbon Boys, so he's not leaving anything on the table. Renegade, he's on racing softs, but probably an intermediate fuel position, but also on a Peugeot. Debrev, racing medium, pretty good fuel position as well, so I'd put him in line with Daz. And Archangel racing mediums, used a fair bit of fuel there in that McLaren to get to that stage. So GT, Good Doc, racing softs, similar fuel to the guys in front that are going hard. Laminator racing mediums. He started to close back up on Good Doc now after having that moment earlier on in the race, but he's in a good fuel position. Also, I'd say equivalent to Daz. Betty used a little bit more fuel, but racing mediums, and Malevolent One pretty much in line with Laminator on racing mediums. So I think there's probably half that at this stage looking like a 2-stop and the balance on 1, if that makes sense.
Thank you very much, Banker. That was the APR Automotive Tyre and Fuel update. With APR Automotive, you are in safe hands. As we look back up the front, Carbon Boy, he's 9 seconds down the road now, so very dominant first stint.
Got Betty off on, it looks like turn 3.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't catch what caused it, I just saw the tyre rubbing at the end.
Let's have a look on the LJ Media Action replay. Let's see if we can catch what happened here. Maybe just laid under brakes and, oh yeah, the car just didn't stop for him and struggled to get it pulled up. There is a bit of a tailwind down there, so I suspect that may have something to do with it, as Malevolent One and Betty are side to side, door to door, but I think Malevolent One is going to whisk on by and promotes himself up in a P12, but these two are a little while away off the back of pack at the moment. But meanwhile, Carbon Boy.
Good Doc going at it into the bus stop, not much room there. Oh, they both, GD, Good Doc went wide, that sort of checked up Archangel a little bit, but
Archangel's got a penalty. They both got one.
Good Doc. Yeah.
Wow. And Laminator is licking his lips here as he's going to get both of them. 2-for-1 special.
And we've also got Aussie Psycho giving Daz a hard time into turn 1.
Yeah, so Aussie Psycho is a little compromised in that Ferrari in terms of straight line speed. I'd say it's just he's just not able to get by, unfortunately. As Bangers and Mash pulls to the inside, he's late on the brakes. He's going to try and get that done. I think he does. Slides up into P5. That's a great move from Bangers and Mash. Might have to start calling him Uncle Phil here, as his new name is Phil In. Bangers and Mash. He's done 2 rounds here. And yeah, first round, I think he finished 9th in the Red Bull Ring Sprint. Now proving his worth right now in the at Daytona on a track that he's never driven before. So yeah, credit to Bangers and Mash. Now he's got his sights set on Daz.
Still going strong. He's going to be in the 147s this lap. So definitely pushing hard on those softs.
Yeah. Driving very well, Carbon Boy.
Yeah, his lap times is what, 148, 495, 471, 364, 491, and I'm pretty sure this one he'll drop into the 47s.
As these guys, they make their way round the banking.
Ooh, 148, 109, just off his best lap time.
Oh, consistent though.
Yep.
Oh, lining up the rears though, but it doesn't really matter when you've got a 12-second lead at the moment. So yeah, things just
not mistaken,
spreading out here.
We got Blue Dog in P2 on softs. Wartime, considerably better fuel situation on racing mediums. I'm fairly sure he was a few seconds back not that long ago, and he's pretty much getting into slipstream range here. Yeah,
as we have Archangel, Laminator and Good Doc in close proximity here. They make their way into turn 3. Let's see if... so Archangel did manage to get the move done on Laminator through the first turn. Or into the first turn, I should say, down the back straight. But yeah, things starting...
It's only 3/10 behind Blue Dog here, going down the back straight into the bus stop.
Yeah, so Blue Dog must have made a mistake there, because it's down by 1.2. I thought he had bridged a little bit of a gap to Wartime, but yeah, Wartime's right here, right now. And he's looking to get a move done. Equal machinery here. I reckon he'll be able to get this done into the first turn, or he doesn't get the best of exits though. That's going to hurt Wartime. I don't think he's going to be able to get on by Blue Dog this lap, unfortunately, still dropping back here. So
do you remember what on the alternate strategy, what was the window for the 2-stop for the first round of pits?
I believe I believe the 2-stoppers should be pitting around lap 9, lap 10, doing a short stint on the mediums and then jumping back on the softs. So Bangers and Mash actually gets by Daz there, up in a P4 on the 2-stop. As very tight under brakes into the hairpin there for, yeah. I thought Wartime was going to run at the back of him there, but maybe a little bumper grinding, but nothing more than that. Through the kink into the second hairpin. Oh, as Daz gets back by Bangers, so say Bangers making a bit of an error there, losing that position. But I think it's really now about these guys here. So we're on lap 9.
I think Wartime and Daz are definitely on it. Well, I can't say definitely. To me, they appear to be on a 1-stop, and they're very well placed for it. The 2 in front, I'm not sure, because I've got to say Wartime and Daz are carrying a considerable fuel advantage over them.
Yeah.
The 2 in front, Carbon Boy and Blue Dog.
As
and
Wartime...
they're the two medium runners. Actually, what happened there with Daz? Bangers and Mash got past.
That's what I was trying to say, but for some reason I said Wartime. But yeah, Bangers back up into P4, so that throws a different dynamic into things. If everyone around these guys are saving, the 2 APR cars are just going hell for leather here. and they might be able to pull something out of the bag here, pull a rabbit out of the bag, and maybe get a decent result, which I think Prua, who was unable to make tonight's race, I think he'll be very happy to see as he fires into the chat. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah,
So I think
definitely like carbon speed, but with Daz's fuel.
Yeah.
And tyre wear.
So I imagine we'll see Carbon Boy in this lap, based off the murmurs I heard in the team room before. And with that, I reckon we'll also see Bangers in as well.
Bangers in, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Aussie Psycho is giving Daz a lot of pressure through the infield here.
Yeah, he is too. How's Aussie looking for fuel? Is he? Do you reckon he's on the 2-stop or 1-stop as well?
One stop. His carbon copy of Daz, and tyres are a carbon copy as well. So, and he's in a good position because you're sitting behind someone on a similar strategy. By the look of it, you can short shift and do whatever you can to get that fuel advantage at the stop.
Yeah.
And remembering these guys will be coming home on softs, so they'll have a bit of a lap speed advantage in that second stint.
As Good Doc and Laminator are battling things out for P10 here, does the mighty Peugeot have enough guts in a straight line to get by the McLaren? I don't think it does. If I have a feeling Good Doc's going to be in this lap too. I did hear him say he was quite intrigued by the 2-stop. Yeah. So Carbon Boy goes around again.
Second penalty.
Wow.
And this is going to bring Wartime right into the mix.
I think he might be able to get the move done here. Yeah, he does. I might even invite Bangers here to get by. He's going to be close by the first turn. Does he throw it down the inside? Late under brakes. Does he get it stopped? Just about.
Just.
Oh. Gets that done, so making good use of it there. Wartime and Bangers, P2, P3. Of course, alternating strategies here as Bangers has to go defensive from Blue Dog, who's trying one around the outside here. But he is going to hold on to that position for now. Up into P3 for Bangers. Because I think now is where things are going to get a little convoluted and confusing in terms of strategy, as I have a feeling we're going to see these 2-stoppers in momentarily. But now that you think about it, we're on lap 11. Do you reckon the guys that we're saying are on a 2-stop are going to be able to get too much further than what they're currently doing?
I think looking at the fuel with Carbon Boy, he needs to come in this lap. Otherwise, it's too risky. So that'll put in maybe 5 laps on 5 laps on mediums and come home with that 11 laps on softs.
Yeah.
You've got to remember, he has not shown any mercy to this McLaren. So he can do 11 laps hard on softs.
I don't think Bangers is throwing much more caution to the wind.
Now. There he goes. He's in.
Into the pits. 5% in the tank. Yeah, he's not getting much further than that. And I imagine we'll see Wartime go around.
Yep, we know we can come 11 laps, absolute sending it, and the tyres will hold up for that as well.
Yeah, so Blue Dog and Bangers are both in here. Daz and Wartime will inherit the lead of the race. So Bangers had a couple more % fuel than Carbon Boy there, but I think it's fair to say that Carbon Boy made a little better use out of that fuel tank than Bangers did.
He's about 14 seconds up the road, I think.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a bit more over Bangers.
So Betty's just fired into the chat. I think the CP zero-turn car will be retiring from the race, unfortunately. He is having some wheel issues, some steering column issues, let's say, and he will no longer be able to continue in this race, unfortunately. But
shame.
yeah, nice to see him back on in the main series and having a red hot crack. Cheers, Betty. As lap 12 at the moment, these guys just buying their time, they're just plugging along. So Carbon Boy comes out P8. and Bangers and Mash out in P10 here. So he's got Blue Dog and Good Dog. So Good Dog, there's a bit of a moment there between Good Dog and Blue Dog. And rightfully so. Good Dog just lets Blue Dog back by. But as I was saying, Good Dog, I'm guessing he had a considerable fuel save here because he's tagged back onto on here with Bangers and Blue Dog. So
Yeah,
he wasn't lining up.
Time in on this lap.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, he's going around again. Okay.
I mean, 13 is the halfway mark, so
Yep.
I think it's going to be a bit difficult for him to go 14.
Yeah, considerably less fuel than the two guys behind him. Like he was momentarily on the light for the start of this lap. So he's brought a 3.1 second lead into this. We'll see what it looks like at the end of the lap.
As Renegade and Archangel are in with drastically different fuel loads in that car. But Daz currently got a rear mirror full of Aussie Psycho Ferrari.
Absolutely.
I don't think Aussie Psycho is too keen to get past him though. I think he's just happy to just sit behind and buy his time, really. Save that car. I think he knows that the bigger battle will be in the pits. How much time he can save in the pits is really going to be crucial here.
Yeah, be interesting to see if Wartime definitely has to come in. Daz, and actually I said Wartime was on the light, he's pulled out 7/10 on this lap on Daz. But will Daz pit this lap? He's got enough fuel to go around. Is he going to chance the overlap, or will he come in? He's getting a bit of assistance there from Aussie Psycho down the straight, so working together.
Yeah, a little bit of a bump draft.
You don't want to do it too close to the bus stop, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that you're bumping along, all of a sudden they may be in the weeds if you give him a bit too much of a bump draft. But I reckon we're on lap 13. We're at the halfway mark. The mathematical time to come in would be now, but of course you've got overcuts, undercuts to consider.
Yeah, Wartime's in.
Daz goes around Aussie's in. Yeah. So Wartime had nothing in that car. Yeah.
No, that was close.
There was 4.2 between Wartime and Aussie Psycho, but 5% fuel in the tank for Aussie Psycho. So Wartime's still going to have the advantage when they come out here, potentially.
Probably be about half that, I think. Yeah, a little bit more. Maybe cut a second and a half out. My maths is pretty good tonight.
Yeah. As Carbon Boy is rounding the first turn now, so these guys are only just starting to put fuel in their cars. So ideally, that's where you sort of want to be on the two-stop strategy. You want to have that, you want to have that pit stop in hand, essentially.
And critically, since Carbon Boy's been into the pits and out, he came out with around 23-second deficit, I think it was. It's down to 19.5.
Yeah. Which even just pushing on the medium tyres at the moment.
Skies are cloudy for Daytona.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it can't rain here, which is, very unfortunate, but yeah, very dark. The track temperature does affect the grip quite significantly, more than you would expect. So
and the wind has turned with those cloud emerging. It's sort of gone around probably about 45 degrees to the right.
Yeah, it has too. Which I'm not too sure if that's a favourable wind.
One a bit interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's a favourable wind direction or not, because it can be a factor of up to about a second on this track. So the way things have settled, yeah, he is into the pits. The way things have settled with these guys coming out, so Bangers and Mash slots into the middle of Wartime and Aussie Psycho here. But the situation now is that he's going to have to take another pit stop. So he's going to have to take his poison, take his medicine here in a couple of laps' time. And there's a situation now...
They've only got 1 litre left, but they've also been able to extract an extra lap here. So short of fuel run.
So Yeah, Carbon Boy is long past the pit lane by the time Daz starts putting fuel in his car. But I think it's really going to be interesting to see what the difference is when they make that second stop. I think that's going to be the key to this race. I think Carbon Boy is sitting very pretty. He's in a good position at the moment. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But at the moment, Wartime, he's a second ahead of Bangers, which I think Bangers will be... He'll definitely be pitting again. I don't think he's going to go 15 laps on this set of mediums. I doubt he's doing the fuel saving to accommodate that either. But he's just plugging along. It would just be interesting to see how the result pans out for him.
Yeah, it was interesting there. So Daz is, he's now running, he's only having to do 12 laps on the soft, which is fine. And he's filled up, well, pretty close to full, so he can have a bit of a stint. Aussie Psycho did short fill compared to the guys behind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, see how that pans out. But this is actually, when you're doing one stop, this is the hardest part of the race because you're sitting there driving to your numbers and you're just wondering where these two stop guys are going to come out at you.
Yep. You've just got to trust your strategy, really.
It's like a game of chess.
Yeah. And
we got
speaking
Good
of
Dog
chess,
moving up on Blue Dog here for P7, going into the bus stop. He's got the inside line.
he
And
does
he's
too.
Certainly got the overlap.
Yeah, so Good Dog's
Renegade
definitely...
in your sights.
Good Dog's definitely peeled his way back into this race, I think. Just curious as well, how
Yeah.
much fuel did Bangers and Mash put in his fuel tank at that last stop?
Bangers and Mash, he's sitting at about 68% at the moment. So I think he's short fueled as well a little.
Well, you've got to remember,
Very hard to tell.
these guys did 11 laps on that opening stint on the medium, so I don't think he really needed a lot of fuel in it as he runs wide, and that
He's
just
just
invites
gone
Aussie
big
Psycho,
there,
to fly on by. So I have a feeling that he may have actually overfueled at the stop. So Carbon Boy's in. Carbon Boy makes that stop. Same as Blue Dog. So
what do you do? 4 laps on the mediums.
yeah, and he's back out. And here's the situation. How far behind is he? He's 15 seconds. Wow. So he was 15 seconds behind at the... he was 15 seconds ahead coming into the stop. So 15 seconds, 16 now, is the situation. Let's see what he can do.
Behind Dash.
Yeah.
About 13 behind Aussie Psycho. So he's in a really good spot here. He's got a full tank of fuel. So he's definitely going to make it home.
It's going to be really tricky for him, though, with all these cars ahead of him. There is a lot of traffic just up the road. Will he be able to peel 15 seconds off and make his way past the traffic? That's the big question, but this is going to be the race. Let's see.
If he can get past the traffic, I reckon he can, given his lap times over the first half of the race. Yeah, he was even doing 148s on mediums. High 148s, but
he was
dropped
too.
into that. Yeah.
Well, he only had 2 flying laps on the mediums. Which, thinking back to when we ran these cars back in, or GT3s in Season 7, I'm pretty sure that the 2-stop was the better strategy with the multipliers and the tyre model back then. Now, I think it's a lot more balanced. As Bangers and Mash, I believe he just got overtaken by Daz here. Yeah.
That was, what was that? That was through turn 2.
Yeah.
That little dog leg there.
So is Bangers on the medium tyres at the moment?
He's on medium, but he has got a lot less fuel than those around him.
Yeah.
So I think he's... he may get home, yeah.
I don't think he'll get home off this, but...
just looking at the guys around him, they're carrying a lot more fuel. We can
Yeah.
throw to another update there. I can run through it because there is fuel all over the place in this race.
Yes, please, Baker. Let's have an APR Automotive
Okay.
Tyre and Fuel update.
All right, thank you, APR. So we've got Wartime in the front. He's on racing softs, bang on 3/4 of a tank. Aussie Psycho, identical racing softs, 3/4 of a tank. Daz, he's carrying about 80% fuel on racing softs. Under a bit of pressure there from Bangers and Mash, who is just a touch over half a tank on mediums. So that's going to be hard for him at the end, but we'll get to the Good Doc. Good Doc's on the fuel light on racing mediums, so he needs to come in for his second stop. We have Renegade on racing mediums, 70% fuel at the moment. Deep Rev on racing softs, 70% fuel. Carbon Boy is down to about 87% fuel on softs, motoring home. Laminator racing softs, just probably about 67%, 68%. Archangel racing softs, he's down to about 60% fuel. Blue Dog racing softs, and he'd be carrying 87% fuel, so he's good to get home. 11 he's about 70% fuel on racing softs, so there is a little bit of difference there, but there's definitely a couple of cars need to come in, and as we said, that Good Doc pitted, I think, with 9 litres left.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, the Banker, and thank you, APR Automotive, for the tyre and fuel updates. So, I think the question now is, when is Bangers planning on coming in? Because I don't think he can get to the end on what he's got. Even the guys saving up front in that first stint were burning about 7% per lap. But he's going to have to burn about 5% to get home from here, which is close to impossible. I think he's lapping way too fast and burning through too much fuel to be able to do that. Is he just buying his time?
Yeah. I think he's just going to try and run home as close as he can to minimise the damage there.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking now, the pit transit time, or let's use Carbon Boy for example, he was 2:15 plus 2:15, so it was about 30 extra seconds added to his time. Now we look down the field, 30 extra seconds, but where Good Doc was about 5 seconds behind him, and Good Doc just took his pit stop, and now he's basically last. He's dead last.
Yep.
So I really think where is Bangers going to come out in all this?
Yeah, I think at this stage, the podium consisting of the one-stoppers, Wartime, Aussie Psycho and Daz, and then you've got the two-stoppers coming through. Carbon Boy's only 12 seconds adrift of this, of the lead. So he's well and truly with 7 laps remaining, 7.5, and he's not slowing down. He's fast, recording his fastest lap so far through the infield.
Who's that, sorry?
Carbon Boy.
Yeah,
so he's not,
just went purple.
Not hanging around. Yep.
Let's have a look, see what he can do. He's got a couple of cars in front of him. 11 seconds
on the
with
right
7 laps to go.
Definitely helps down the straight.
I reckon with this slipstream too, he's sitting pretty for a 47 this lap, which will be absolutely stonking in this Cat 2B field. So we're riding on board with Carbon Boy through the bus stop, just trying to nail the line through there. He's on the rear end of Debrev. Oh, he lost a bit of time there, but with the slipstream, I reckon he'll be more than pretty crossing the line. I imagine we're going to see a fastest lap inbound. As he goes for the move. Peels to the inside. And he gets it done.
We've got Aussie Psycho in P2. He's pulled about a second out of Wartime over the last 2 laps.
Wow. 47.8 for Carbon Boy. He's going to try around the outside of Renegade. Oh, but changes to the inside. They're door to door. And I think he's just about going to get by. There's Carbon Boy up into P5. He's looking dangerous here.
Yeah,
He's got his...
10 off the lead.
He's got his teammate up ahead with Bangers and Mash. I'd imagine he'd make that easy for him to get by, but Daz not so much. But right on.
So basically, this next pass, if Bangers and Mash has to hit this next pass, is for the podium for Carbon.
Yeah. And then he's only got 6 seconds down the road from that to the leaders.
Yeah, Aussie Psycho's just on slipstream range now, or more time.
Wow. And if these two battle,
21, it's going to be on.
yeah, if these two battle, that's just going to throw things in the mud for them too. They cannot afford to bleed time with a charging Carbon Boy with just 7 laps to go.
We're in for a cracker at the finish here.
It's riding on the rear wing of Wartime at the moment as we see that Jamco Ferrari stalking the rear end of the pink Porsche.
He's half a second best Aussie Psycho on his best lap this lap. So, if that all made sense.
Yeah. He's just bleeding time here, Wartime. Aussie Psycho. Does he pounce? No. I think he's aware of the situation. He knows he just has to hold off. These guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his team would be in his ear telling him about Carbon Boy as well. So if you can get in front, get a gap and still bring it home on your fuel, now's the time to do it.
Either that or he doesn't want to waste time battling. But he goes for it.
To the outside here.
And the outside is going to become the inside. And he's a whole car length in front. And here we go. Into the lead of the race goes the Jamco Ferrari.
A great race we're going to get by each other there. It was great.
That's for sure. So Carbon Boy gets past Daz. And Bangers and Mash has... I think Bangers and Mash just gave up the position to Daz too. So I guess... good teammate, I reckon.
Yep.
But Carbon Boy, he's 8 seconds away from the guys in front. We've got Aussie Psycho and Wartime.
2 tenths.
Let's see what they do. Through the bus stop. They managed to get through nice and cleanly.
Very different lines.
Yeah.
Carbon 8 back, and he can see in front of him a pink car.
Yeah.
For the first time probably in the race, he can see that those two leading drivers now firmly in his windscreen.
There's 4 tenths separates these two up front. 6 to go, 6 laps to go.
We've also got Debrev here, closing up on Bangers and Mash for 5th. He might just have an inside run here. No. Oh, hang on. Who's come up through there? Renegade. Big dive on Debrev. And we've got Daz off the track in the same corner.
Oh, yeah.
So Bangers and Mash up to 4th.
Wow. We missed all that with the camera angle.
That was a huge inside run by Renegade there. Very brave.
Let's have a look on the LJ Media Action replay. What happened with Debrev here? So he runs wide, and then Renegade just throws it down the inside. Bangers and Mash is going to slip on by, and Debrev argues the point with Renegade, but eventually concedes as Renegade had the inside line for the hairpin. Does he make it work? Yes, he does.
We've got Daz on the inside line, putting it past. Oh, bang! Oh, the door's closed there. Couldn't do it. Bangers and Mash run slightly wide. The little Peugeot's got a great run onto the straight, but we got Renegade right behind him.
Look at this. This is some great racing from these guys. How's Bangers and Mash doing for fuel, though?
He's about half of the guys around him.
And how much do the guys around him have?
He's going to be very well. He's under. He would be 20% fuel with 4 laps.
Wow.
Oh, it's going to be very close. I don't know if he can do it at full revs.
Oh, he might have to make a splash and dash pit stop, which at this stage of the race would be absolutely detrimental.
The guys behind him comfortable, I believe. We've also got the benefit of the slipstream on each other.
As Carbon Boy has dropped that gap down to just 6 seconds. As we've also got Ricky Bobby in the chat cheering on Carbon Boy. Rare sight to see Ricky Bobby in the chat, but thanks for joining us tonight, mate. Oh, as we see Renegade trying to throw it down the inside of Daz there. Oh, they're side by side. And Bangers is there or thereabouts too.
Two pugs fighting it out.
But Bangers slow out of the corner. The Peugeot's very rapid out of the corners. Oh, huge contact. Oh, it's all gone wrong as Renegade makes huge contact. Oh.
And also, Bangers and Mash got caught up in that. It just hit the back of Daz there in the aftermath. Renegade's redressed.
So Dobrev is the big winner there. Dobrev just skips on by.
Yeah, unfortunately down to 7. P7 out of that. So he should be up the road a little bit further. Renegade's redressing. Yep.
Have a look at the LJ Media Action replay. So Dobrev was in just a... Oh, yes, okay. So I'm going to try and describe what that was in a few words. Basically, Dobrev was late under brakes, tapped Bangers. That checked him up. Renegade hit Daz. Daz then went back into Bangers, and then Dobrev just skipped on by like it was Christmas morning. And all of a sudden, he's sitting in P4. So this will be Dobrev's best result of the season if he can hold on to this for the final 3 laps. Situation back up front, 4.5.
Yep, Carbon's just done a 148.5. The car in front of him, more time, a 49.1, and Aussie Psycho a 49.5. So
it's going to be tight.
This is going to be very, very tight. This is last lap stuff. Absolute last lap stuff, I reckon.
Into the hairpin. So these guys aren't done yet. Aussie Psycho and Wartime, they're still throwing haymakers at each other. Just trading laps.
That'll be playing to Carbon Boy as well. That'll be playing into his hands.
He can see them. He's just a short straight behind him. 4 seconds. Carbon Boy needs to keep his composure.
And I think Bangers and Mash just had to... Yeah, he's pitted for fuel. So that's dropped him down in P10.
Yeah. We knew it was going to happen.
Just looking at this battle between Aussie Psycho and Wartime. They are leaving nothing on the table here.
Yeah, Aussie Psycho had a lot of pink Porsche behind him.
And it was going from side to side through the bus stop, so there was nothing. And, you know, their fuel and tyres. Actually, Aussie Psycho on that Ferrari, that rear right will be almost out on the last lap.
So that's another factor as well. 2 laps to go. These guys have dying tyres. I imagine Carbon Boy's tyres are reasonably all right.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in a really good space here. Second last lap, 3.4 seconds. And Carbon just dropped a 48.3 to a 49.5 to a 49.47. So, second lap, and he's 3.4 behind.
This is going to be a last lap extravaganza.
Your Wartime, would you bump draft? Let's get away from Carbon Boy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the tricky situation here. As Deborah Fish fires in chat and says, well, his mother can't stand it.
Nor can the RD.
3.5 tenths. Carbon Boy waiting in the wings. This is the part of the lap that's going to be agony for Carbon Boy. He has the speed, he has the pace, but he hasn't got a slipstream, and that's what's going to be crucial in this battle. I think that's what's going to do it. Aussie Psycho on wartime.
About 7 kilometres an hour slower into the bus stop than at the end of the straight there.
Aussie Psycho on wartime. They've kept their composure. They've driven absolutely spectacularly. With 1 lap to go, they've been very level-headed. But I think the gloves are going to come off now, as there's 1 more lap that's going to decide it all. With Carbon Boy waiting in the wings. Here we go. 5 kilometres left to go.
Right rear is 10. Oh, will he make it?
Oh, as they both run wide. Oh, more time. He's gone.
He saved it. He's back on, but Carbon Boy is there with the run.
Wow. Carbon Boy needs to get a wriggle on. He needs to get this move done. Oh, is he so close to the rear bumper of the Brocchio 5 Sim Racing Porsche? He needs to get this move done in towards the next hairpin.
But this is playing into Aussie Psycho's hands here.
He needs to dive. Oh! Because it's so close. Fine margins.
1.4 to the adrift of Aussie Psycho.
Wow. These guys almost within slipstream range. Oh! Aussie Psycho's gone! Oh no! As wartime takes the lead!
Coming into play.
Oh my goodness! And now, what was looking like a P2 becomes a battle for P1. Wowee! Last lap drama. Carbon Boy's in the box seat here. He's got the slipstream. This is going to come down to the absolute wire.
This is the exit out of this corner. Who dares wins.
Oh, it's so close. He didn't get the run, but he's got the slipstream. He's there. So close. Who's going to take it? It's going to be a sprint down to the line.
He's dropped.
They're side by side, door to door.
My word, what a race.
As Carbon Boy, he's going to take it. What a win. And wartime is going to finish P2.
Well done, both drivers. And Aussie Psycho, my heart goes out to you, but the tyre got you in the end.
2 quarters to go for Aussie Psycho. As Deprev does. Oh, Deprev takes it.
Just got it. Oh, great drive.
And then it's a massive 16 seconds back to Laminator, who has gone a bit under the radar here. But he's going to come home in P6.
And those 2 groups of drivers, he's out of fuel, right on the line. Those two groups of drivers were that close after 26 laps. Unbelievable at this place.
Renegade 7, Blue Dog 8,
7, yeah.
Bangers a Mash will come home in P9. P10 for the good doc. Level at 1 in the, I almost said the Blacklight, the Thunder Motorsports McLaren. And it will be Archangel who will finish this one in P12. As he's going to round the final corner. I believe he's out of fuel.
Yeah, he has. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of fuel. He'll be coasting home till the timer kicks down.
As he's just rolling towards the finish line. And he'll take the checkered flag.
Yeah, certainly the different strategies. It's probably the first race of the year where we've really seen it so close on the last lap with those 2 divergent strategies there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the sort of racing we love. The divergent strategies all coming together on the final lap. Wow. That was an absolute race for the ages. As we'll just have a look at the race results of that one, brought to you by Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. And here is how they finished. Carbon Boy, P1, with the fastest lap of the race as well. Wartime, P2, came so close, but a 10th between the win, himself and the win. Aussie Psycho, P3. That must be heartbreaking. 2 corners to go. He just had to navigate the bus stop, and the win was in his hands. Dobrev P4. What a drive from Dobrev. I think he's going to get my driver of the day for that one. Daz in 5th. Laminator 6th. Renegade 7th. He had a great drive as well. P12 up into 7th. Blue Dog 8th. Bangers and Mash 9th. Good Doc 10th. Malevolent 1 11th. Archangel 12th. And unfortunately, Betty was the lone retirement from that one. But wow. Who gets your drive of the day, Banker?
Oh, wow. Look, I really like the way that top 5 handled the race. Call me splinters here. I'm on the fence so hard. But look, I really like what Wartime did in that race. He was pressuring Aussie Sidecar. Without that pressure, you don't make mistakes. Yeah, look, my drive of the day, Wartime, but if you give it to the winner, that was a majestic drive by Carbon Boy. He ticked every box. His lap times, well, the best lap there, 147.8, but most of his race he spent on the 148s, even on mediums. So if you're going to give it to the winner, Carbon Boy is very well deserved. Otherwise, Wartime for me.
Yeah, that's a good shout. We have a lot in the chat for Wartime. Driver of the day, Wartime from Stranger, Ghost, Deborah Fish, Brocky. Lots of drive of the days for Wartime. And the other one that I agree with is Dobrev. Dobrev drove absolutely spectacularly. And yeah, I'm just really surprised with the form that Dobrev had. He won in the I think it was either the Nations Cup or the Manufacturers Series, and I think he wants to taste that again, and he's going for it. He gave it a red hot crack tonight. Yeah,
and that was actually a good win in that Nations Cup. I think he climbed 6 or 7 places to do that. So yeah, no, like I said, you throw a blanket over the top 5 for driver of the day. Yeah, and Daz on that one stop, he drove it very well, and without that little bit of mischief that happened on the infield, he may well have been in podium chance.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, thank you very much for joining me in the comms box tonight, Banker. We will go for a short intermission, and then we'll be right back for some Category 2A racing action. Hopefully those guys decide to split it down the middle with strategy like we saw this race, and we have a bit of another thriller. But yeah, I reckon that was a race for the ages. That was a Sector 1 classic right there. But yeah, thank you for accompanying me in the comms box once again, Graham. It was good to have you back.
Yep. Been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the drivers for putting on such a good show.
Yeah. So we'll just head for a quick intermission. We'll be right back. So don't go anywhere, guys.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight in the course of Category 1 racing action around Palisades Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, oh. And this is just the beginning, I need a big change, only feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey!
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. He only goes second 2! Oh my goodness!
Gee, she went wide.
Oh, he's run wide and goes dead!
Oh my! Oh no! No! You can't do that!
You see that steering wheel? What's that do?
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface! It's a spectacular drive and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.
Hello, everybody. We are back, and we are about to go qualifying for the LJ Media Group A round 7 here at Daytona. My name is Lenosis. I was with you before, but the new face in the comments box is Goaty. How are we doing tonight, Goaty?
Oh, mate, just fantastic, mate. You know, it's good to be here. Thanks for letting me in the commentary box again. It actually is getting a little bit cold outside, but no, it's good to be here. Just came off a pretty good race from the Group B boys, and that was a bit of a rip snorter of a race. So hopefully the Group A lads can do the same.
Yeah, it should be a good one here tonight. So, what's the story in the lobby so far in the practice? You seen any drivers that are looking hot coming into this one?
Yeah, well, I've seen a little bit of pace around. Boss is the quickest at the moment with 46.7, so he's been putting some Hollywood numbers down there. But as you know, with Boss, he's a bit hit or miss, so I don't know. It could be a hit tonight, but we'll wait and see, eh?
All good. So we'll just have a look at the point situation as we head into this one. So, Bumcrack leads the way, P1 in the table. Revs is second, Black Project in third, Grovel fourth, Blindman fifth, Rudsy there in sixth, Madrick in seventh, Superfun Happy in, VF in eighth, Superfun Happy in ninth, Kincaid 10th, Greg's 11th, Keza 12th, the Boss 13th, and Budsy is the driver in 14th. And that is the results as of the last time out at what race were we just at? Red Bull Ring, that's it. So, yeah, definitely sort of Bumcrack running away with it a little bit. He's got 27 points over Revs there, but it's not over just yet. Could we see a couple of late charges for the title potentially? I mean, Revs is 27 off. Bumcrack's teammate Black Project is 34 points, but yeah, nobody's really out of the mix. It's just a bit of a tall order at the moment. What are your thoughts on that,
That's right, mate. Yeah, it's never over till it's over. But yeah, what'd you say? Definitely Bumcrack has the lead at the moment, but yeah, like I said, it only takes one round or one bad race and it can all turn around. So yeah, we'll see how he tackles it tonight. Might be just kind of getting some solid points, maybe not taking too many risks, but yeah, we'll see how he plays it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you say we get started for this 10-minute qualifying here in Category 2A?
Mate, sounds like a great idea.
All right,
Better
here we
get into
go.
it.
So we are missing one driver tonight. It is Keza, who is absent from tonight's race, unfortunately. So we do have 13 for this one. So stacked grid still. Should be a great night of racing.
Night for it.
Yeah. As the qualifying session does begin, these first few drivers make their way out on track. As it's a very slow crawl out of the pit lane here, but once they're on the track, it's they tend to speed it up a little. That's kind of what they do. As Super Fun Happy, he'll be the first driver out on track tonight, closely followed by Greg's and Mr. Bumpcrack. So we haven't seen the Kraken cars from last race because both drivers are in Division 3 or Category 2A. But they're running a retro livery back to the car that was ran in, I believe, Season 8. I believe it was based off the NSX livery. So yeah, a little bit of a throwback with the Kraken cars for this round. And boy, I'll tell you what, it looks great on that Ferrari, that's for sure. Just behind him, we do have Revs in the Datsun Racing retro livery, which is another that we haven't seen tonight. So he makes his way out on track in the Bacchus green and gold livery. Madrick just slowing down. He's just in the regular Black Rose livery. Blind Man in the Jamco car. He's been on some hot form lately. Rudzy, the other Black Rose car, just forming up behind Madrick. Maybe a bit of teamwork here to get these two higher up the grid in this qualifying session. Budsy just behind in the CP car. I think he's definitely going to be happy to enjoy some slipstream from the guys ahead. The boss, he makes his way out in the McLaren. That was Godey's pick for tonight, but so we'll see how we go. He's had some very good rounds this season and also some disastrous rounds. So let's see what he lines up tonight in the Macca. Kincaid, P10 at the moment as they begin their flying lap. Gee, these guys have not made a lot of room between them. We're getting a bit of a train forming here. Oh, as we see Budsy trying to go down the inside of Rudzy there.
Yeah, Budsy down the inside of Rudzy, but yeah, no, Budsy definitely started very close to Rudzy, and that's the kind of risk you take here. It is a bit of a risk versus reward, how much that slipstream means to you. You kind of weigh that up.
Yeah. So Kincaid, P10 on track with the other Kraken Esports car, 11th out on track here tonight. VF in that Datsun retro livery as well, and Grovel just behind in the Datsun car. So we jump back up to Super Fun Happy as he makes his way through the bus stop chicane for the second time of this qualifying session. Now, you should have enough time for about 3 or 4 flying laps here. It's quite a long track here at Daytona. So you've really got to make the most of your flying laps. Some drivers from Group B, they really they decided to duck into the pits at the halfway mark and change their tyres. But yeah, it really depends how you're feeling and what sort of car you've got, whether you want to opt to take that extra set of tyres or not. 148.3 first flyer, which is pretty quick. Greg's immediately to the top, a 148.0. Blind Man goes quicker. Madrick to the top of the times. That's a great lap there from him. A 146.1 is absolutely rapid. That is cooking. That's a 1.5 seconds quicker than what we saw in Group B. So, yeah, half a second up on Blind Man there, who was 0.2 up on Revs, who was a 10th up on Kincaid. Grovel there, P5. Rudsey 6th. The Boss 7th. Greg's 8th. VF 9th. And Superfun Happy in 10th. Bumcrack really did not have a great first flyer there. But Bumcrack, he's not really a qualifier. I think sometimes he struggles to get the car into that peak window in qualifying. But his race pacing racecraft is one of the best in Sector 1. So we'll have to see how he goes. Black Project also kind of struggling down the back there. And Budsy P13, which I believe he took a pit stop there. So he's a while off the back of these guys at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But you know, that can be a good thing. Like he might have just got a bit of a scare from being stuck behind Rudsey on his first lap, and he thought, I'll just give myself a bit of clean air here. But yeah, so if you got the pace, you may as well just do it on your own.
Yeah, exactly. So these guys, Superfun Happy, he goes P7 on that lap. A 47.5. Greg's into the pits after one flyer, so he should get 2 more once he comes out. Bumcrack, that's a better lap. He goes P5. Kincaid to P2. And the Boss doesn't make it into the top 8 there. Was there something there, Goaty?
Oh, well, yeah, no, I was going to say, yeah, Cave had a nice toe down the back straight. Yeah, he made a heap of time on Rudsey, and that's helped him to P2 there. Yeah,
I mean, fresh hot off the race win last time out in this group. Late splash of rain in the... as we see the Blacklight car. A little off the track, one might say. But yeah, Kincaid won his first ever Sector 1 Category 2A race last time out at Rebel Ring. Late splash of rain with 1 lap to go, and he braved it out on the slicks and managed to come home with P1. So looking to build on that for this round at Daytona. He's in the right car for it. Daytona does favour the McLaren with these high-speed sections. But
yeah, that McLaren has got a lot of straight line speed, so Daytona is a pretty good track for it.
As it will be.
But what surprised me is, what surprised me is the RCZ actually goes all right. It's got some really good acceleration, so it gets out of the twisties and the infield pretty well. So it's actually a quick car.
Yeah, exactly. I think we just saw Kincaid going a bit slow. So Blind Man goes to P2 with that lap. 800ths off Madrick, who still holds the fastest lap of the race. We see the Jamco Ferrari and the Kraken Ferrari just following behind Madrick at the moment. Rev's currently P4, so pretty good qualifying for him at the moment. Budsy goes to P7 in the CP Cup. Rudsey just behind P8, Superfun Happy 9th at the moment. The Boss in 10th, as there is a car off in the infield there, and it is Madrick who has come to a stop.
Yeah, he had a little moment, and he's just letting everyone go past, I think.
I think he's going to get reset here, yeah. Because you can't take that line. But, that spat him right into the middle of the track as Budsy was trying to make his way through. As Budsy has had a massive moment and spins off the track, takes out the signage. That was a little unexpected, but let's have a look at the LJ Media Action replay. See what happened here for Budsy. So he came through the kink. And what happened? What happened? He just stepped on the brake pedal and it just died on him. The rear end just stepped out. Wow. That was a very odd incident for Budsy there, but he's going to continue on. There'll be 1 lap left in this qualifier, or maybe there won't. Yeah, there definitely will be for these guys down the back of the track at the moment. Kraken car goes through. I believe that is the 34 car of Black Project, who is currently last place. Which, yeah, I just expect he is a race winner this season. He won at or topless, which that round was fairly fresh. It was only about a month or two ago. See a lot of improvements up and down the timing charts. Greg's goes to P8 there. The boss moves himself up into P4, which is a very good position for him. As yeah, Rudsy's going slow there as well. So Madrick, sorry. So he didn't want another lap. That's interesting. He did he run out of fuel potentially?
Rudsy.
Madrick, sorry.
Oh, Madrick. Hang on. No, he's just put that. Oh no, he's finished. He's finished his
yeah,
his lap.
Because he was going pretty fast, and then he sort of lifted off and didn't want another lap in qualifying. So, as Blind Man goes off the... Why is everyone going so slow? This is supposed to be a qualifying session, guys. We're supposed to be the cars as quick as they can be. And King Cave, he doesn't get around to set another lap, so he's going to finish there. But we will see Super Fun Happy and the boss, who... somebody's very far off the track on the infield there. Who's that Cody? Just chilling.
That's Rudsy.
Oh
He's out of fuel.
Oh, okay. It will be Super Fun Happy, who will make his way. Oh no, it's not Super Fun Happy. It will. Now I'm completely lost. Apologies, guys. We aren't. Half the cars are stopped during this session. What is happening? This is the.
I think everyone's run out of fuel.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty funny. Super Fun Happy is going to come to the line. He does improve, but he doesn't go anywhere, so he remains 12th.
Why does nobody have
going
any fuel?
And going off the rest of the field, I don't think there's going to be any improvement. So, yeah. No, everyone's gone straight out of the pits without refueling, and yeah.
It's like they've all just put their
that's
pit
all she
lippers
wrote.
on.
Yeah.
Well, the last
Rev's
driver
gone
on
back.
a lap is... Oh my goodness. Well, that was one of the weirdest qualifying sessions I think I've ever seen. I think that's everything for this one.
Yeah.
What?
Well, there you go.
That makes me think of the... Hang on, we'll just have to check. Are the lobby settings set right here? Yes. What on earth just happened? That was one of the weirdest qualifying sessions I think I've ever seen. But yeah, well, we'll go through the official orders for how they're going to line up in a moment's time. Can you talk us through what happened there, Cody?
Well, I think I don't think anyone was worried about fuel until it was too late. So yeah, everyone started their last lap with only half a lap of fuel.
Anyways, so we'll have a look at how they will be starting in a moment's time. So Madrick lines up in P1, Blind Man there in P2, King Cave in 3rd, the Boss 4th, Revs in 5th, Greg 6th, Grovel 7th, Bumcrack in 8th, Rudsy 9th, Budsy 10th, BF 11th, Super Fun Happy in 12th, and it will be Black Project starting from Grid 13 here tonight. But hopefully the race is a little more entertaining than whatever just happened in that qualifying session, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what... That was very interesting to say the least. Yeah.
It's strange that the whole field made that mistake.
Yeah, that's what made me think it was the wrong lobby settings. But they're right. It's 3 times tyres, 4 times fuel. But everyone just miscalculated, I guess. And then half the... Yeah, some of these guys in chat are making jokes about a 3-stop or a 5-stop. So, yeah, that was definitely interesting, to say the least. But what do you say... what are your predictions for this one, Cody?
Well, I think Madric's definitely got some pace about him, so I'll keep him in the top 3. But I have a feeling that people like Bumcrack are gonna jump up as well, and Boss is gonna. He's only in P4, so he's gonna find a few spots. Maybe him and Cabe could work together in the McLarens and fight their way up there. But yeah, I reckon it's gonna be Bumcrack, Boss, and then Madric is my prediction.
Wow, pretty bold call. So what do you say we
Pretty
get
bold,
started
yeah.
for this 26-lap race of Daytona?
Yeah, I reckon that's a good idea, mate. I'll get that underway for you.
Yeah. As the button has been pushed, so yeah, make sure to
I've pushed it.
throw your predictions down below, guys, for this one. It's going to be quite an exciting race, so hopefully. I mean, based off the Cat 2B race, that was an absolute worldie of a race, so I imagine we'll see another good one here tonight as the engines roar to life. As the start sequence begins. Madric will lead them away down towards the first turn. And away we go. Madric gets a decent jump, and Blind Man doesn't look like he'll have the run on him down towards the first turn. Do they keep it clean through the first turn? Oh, the Boss deep around the outside. He's going to run off the track. And he could be in danger of losing the position to the Datsun car here of Revs, but Revs is going to slip on by. They're three wide through turn 2 here. And now the Boss coming back at him. He's trying to pull alongside Revs. But I think, Revs loses the rear end a bit and has to back out, unfortunately. But everyone makes it through nice and cleanly here. As they head down towards the second chicane, we see Greg's trying to show the nose to Revs, but, Revs, he's off the track! Oh, that's very, very wide. Manages to get it stopped though, just in time. As we hear a little bit of tile squealing in the background, but I think everybody just, somebody just lost the rear there. Budsy trying to make a move on Mr. Bumcrack here. As they're so tight, it's single file stuff as they come onto the tri-oval here. But it looks like Madric, he's held P1 over Blind Man, and these guys have taken off 1.5 seconds away from King Cabe out of slipstream range. The Boss there, P4. He's going to give him a bit of a bump there, so he's already playing the long game. He wants himself and Kincaid to sort of work together here for the greater good, see if they can catch up to these guys up front. Revs here,
yeah,
P5.
Rudsy's been a big mover off the start as well. I can't remember where he started, but he's made about 2 or 3 spots up just on the infield alone, so he's had a nice start.
Yeah, exactly. Up in a P6. Little bit of carnage early on, but makes good use of it. As we see Greg's, Grovel and Budsy, they're neck and neck. Are they going to go 3 wide into the chicane? I don't think they will. As we see in the background, Super Fun Happy and, I mean, not the chicane, across the start-finish line. As we see Super Fun Happy and Black Project battling things out for the minor places. We have lost a car. So VF has dropped quite a while way off the back of the field. You didn't manage to catch that one, did you, Goaty? Oh, it was yellow flags. Black Project has had an off somewhere. We'll have a look, see if we can catch that on the LJ meter action replay. So what happened here for Black Project? So he ran a little... was... Okay. That was a long detour off the track. I think that was 2 lines of 2 different cars just converging into one line there between himself and Super Fun Happy. You can hear the clicking of the steward's pens there. Madric continues off down the line with Blind Man in hot pursuit. We have King Cabe, the Boss, and Revs. They're basically one car at the moment. Look at them go. This is so NASCAR style
something
stuff.
Something interesting to note, mate. 5th, 6th, and 7th are all on softs, and the 2 in front are on mediums, so they are looking to get past.
Yeah, okay. What does that tell you about strategy then? Are some of these guys already thinking about the two-stop? Or are they on the two-stop, I should say?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. It's a bit early to tell, but they're going to want to make ground and put a bit of a gap on the two McLarens. So, yeah, look for them to make a move in the coming stages.
Rudzy trying to make a move on Revs, but unable to get that one done because Revs had the slipstream. As the boss moves himself up into P3 there as well, slips on by. And now that leaves Kincaid vulnerable to Revs. Revs door to door with him, but Kincaid has the inside line. Is he able to defend? No, Revs grabs that position from him, and we see Budsy arriving on the scene very rapidly as well, just able to get it stopped so he didn't run at the back of Rudzy there. And now Revs gets the run. The acceleration of the Peugeot just too much for the McLaren, and he's going to slip on by around the outside and up into P3 in these early stages. We see Rudzy in the background trying to make a move on the Thunder Motorsports McLaren as well. But he is going to get that done after some poor traction from the Macca, and so is Budsy going to get by too. So I'd say either a little bit of saving or just struggling to get those tyres up to temperature for Kincaid, or potentially both there. But the battle for first is not over. Madrick and Blindman in these early stages, they're battling it out hammer and tong as they barrel down towards the bus stop chicane, I should say. 1/10 between these guys. I have a feeling that Blindman is doing his fuel saving special, which is he'll find a car which is close in the race with him and just Lyco all the way down that back straight. And I mean, when they get to the stop, he's only been using like half the throttle, let's say. And yeah, he jumps them in the pits. So they barrel down to completely third lap of this race.
Yeah, Blindman is playing rear gunner for Maverick at the Madrick at the moment. Yeah, he's just saving fuel and just bumping along there, working together nicely.
So Revs P3 at the moment. He's still plugging along at a pretty rapid pace. He currently has the fastest lap of the race, and you said he's on a soft compound tyre, correct?
Yeah, he is. And so Rudzy and Budsy. Yeah,
okay. And then everyone else in that top 6 is on a medium. So that's Madrick, Blindman, the boss, and Kincaid.
Yeah, well, everyone else is on mediums. So it's only those 3 that are on softs.
Yeah, okay. Now we did see with the Cat 2B race that this first stint is quite crucial with the soft compound tyres. You sort of need to bridge at least some sort of a gap, otherwise your race is basically ruined. If you're in amongst the rest of these medium runners who are planning on doing the one stop, it's really going to throw a hammer in the works in terms of your race. You're going to get caught up in traffic and it's just not going to work out. Carbon Boy, last race, he very narrowly managed to make his way through the traffic and claim the win with on the final straight. But that's the sort of dynamic that you're playing with on the two-stop. Yes, on paper it is quicker, but that track position, it's going to be massive in this race, and that massive slipstream that you get all the way from on the tri-oval, it makes a massive impact.
Yeah, that's right. And you can nearly hang with someone on softs just from the slipstream alone. You know, if you're on a harder compounded tyre, you can just the straights are long enough that they bring you back into it.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to fumble your way through the infield and let the straight bring you back.
Oh, as we see Rudzy trying to make a move on the boss there into the hairpin.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard situation for Rudzy because he wants to try and get past and use his tyres to good advantage, but you could also save a bit of fuel behind boss and try and bump him up to revs. So there's a few ways of looking at it. He has got a better run out of there, but can't really do anything with it.
Yeah, you sort of start to see these slipstream trains forming. And is he just bumping him along, or is he going for a move? He shows the nose to the outside, which that's never going to work through the bus stop. But
No.
I think he's just trying to find... Well, I think at the moment he's just happy to get pulled along. I don't think he realises that the boss is on the medium compound tyre. I think if he was aware of that, he would want to plug along a bit better. So, Carbon Boy fires into the chat and he says traffic kills both the 1 and 2 stop strategies. A bit of luck is involved for either to come out on top. Which that is a valid point, because if you find yourself with a bunch of other 1-stoppers who aren't too happy with sitting around and there's a bit of contact there between the boss and Revs, but Revs just gets his boot out of the throttle and they continue on. Fair game, play ball, boys. But yeah, as I was saying with Carbon Boy's comment, if you find yourself with a couple of 1-stoppers that don't want to work together and want to battle, that's going to harm you in the long run. And especially, you're going to burn up your fuel, you're going to burn up your tyres, and the 2-stoppers are going to be able to slip on by while you're a little compromised. It's the boss looking very racy, trying to find a way through on Revs. He's just waiting in that pocket, waiting for something to open up for him. But, as they head onto the tri-oval. Lap 6 here at Daytona.
Yeah, so Blindman's had a little mistake, I believe, or actually, rather, Madrix just found a little bit of pace because the gap's expanded out to about 1 second, which has just dropped Blindman out of the tow, and it's going to allow Boss to catch up to the back of him, just because of the straight line speed of that McLaren. So,
but as you say that, Blindman just had an absolute ripper through the bus stop and is back within slipstream range.
Yeah. But have a look at Boss catch up now, because he's just in the tow. And that gap's come down from about 0.8 to 0.3 as they make to the end of the straight.
As Rudsy's trying to find a way past Revs now. So Revs has made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped behind the boss. And now Rudsy is looking very racy, trying to find a way through on him. Down towards the kink at the moment. Will we see a move from Rudsy, or is he just content to sit behind? Oh, he shows the nose deep under brakes, and he gets it done. Is Budsy going to follow him through? Oh, a little bit of contact there. And Budsy is going to slip on by, but I think he's redressing it. Maybe, or trying to hang around the outside, potentially. He's looking for it. But Revs holds on to that position for now, and all that squabbling between Budsy and Revs is causing Rudsy to skip away. He's already 1.4 seconds ahead. King Cave, who is, I think, massively on the 1-stop. I think that he's just tagging along to the back of this pack here as well. Mr. Bumpcrack in the Ferrari. He's P8 currently. And he's just having a bit of a drive. Bit of a Sunday stroll, some would say. He does have Grovel for company, about 1.2 seconds behind. Back up front, Blindman just tagging on about 8.5 tenths behind Madrick there. But he also has the boss. The boss has a penalty. That is a huge penalty. I believe that was the second penalty that he had to serve. It may have been half a second, actually. The boss does also have the fastest lap of the race at the moment of a 47.7. So, rapid pace at the moment.
Yeah, and at about this point, you'll start to see the softs are kind of evening out with the mediums. Like, they don't really have that pace advantage they had at the start. You see Rudsy get all kinds of out of shape there.
Yeah. So Revs has
So, yeah,
dropped
the medium-
behind Kincaid here, so he's done something. Maybe just serving a penalty or running deep. I think it definitely happened on that last lap there, a 1 minute 50, which is 2 seconds, 2.4 seconds slower than his fastest lap. Are we seeing a bit of a struggle from Revs here, potentially? As the boss just hanging within Rudzie's slipstream at the moment. I think these top two at the moment, Madrick and Blind Man, they're sort of in a league of their own. On the medium compound tyre, I imagine they're going to be going for the one stop here. Rudzie most likely on the 2. How are they looking for fuel actually? Is there anyone burning a bit more fuel than others? Cody?
Well, Budsy has the least of the top 5 crew, and Boss is very close. He's not far. Sorry, he hasn't got much more.
As Blind Man just goes off of the track. Oh, and so is the Boss. So I think it may have something to do with that 6.3 meter per second tailwind into the first turn now.
Yeah. That might have something to do with it. As Budsy bowls it down the inside of Boss. That's a nice move.
Yeah,
Nicely
so
done there.
Budsy and the Boss, they are the lowest on fuel, you say, and then everyone else, are they sort of sitting pretty for a one stop? How much fuel have they got left?
Well, Blind Man's got the most, interestingly, and Madrick's got a little bit less, and Rudzie's got a lot less actually.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, Rudzie's just sitting above a quarter, and Blind Man's just under half, and Madrick is pretty even between the two, at 3/8.
Yeah, okay. Which we do have. Blind Man does find himself in a bit of a Black Rose sandwich right now, as he has Madrick ahead of him in P1 and Rudzie third there. Budsy not far out of the equation either. He's had a nice start to this one, up into P4 now, and he is purple. Boss seems to just be crawling backwards a little, but he is on the medium tyres, so it is slightly to be expected, I reckon. As it looks like he's going to go for a move on Budsy here, down into the first turn. Late under brakes. Does he get it stopped? Oh, he's hit the pit wall.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, huge accident. That's the Boss. Kincaid cleans up the Boss as he barrels into the pit wall. Oh, that is absolute disaster. We'll have a look on the LJ Media Action replay, and we'll ride on board with him from the cockpit view. So he went for the move down the inside. He tried to get it stopped, and then he just bit on him, and it turned in, and whack, as Kincaid just clambers into the side of him. That was a massive accident between those guys.
Yeah,
But
just a slight misjudgment there from Boss at 40
Slight.
yard. Yeah,
He could have
No,
died, Cody. This is no laughing matter.
sorry. No, I can see that as soon as he started turning it. But yeah, no, you get that on the big jobs. But yeah, Boss will learn from that and hopefully not do it again.
Yeah, he won't crash into the pit lane again.
Well, you can't put it past Boss actually. If someone's going to do it twice, it'll probably be him.
Thanks for that analytical insight into that incident there, Cody. But he is
Yeah, no
looking
worries,
kind of
mate.
racy still. He was going to try and pop one down the inside of Kincaid, I think. Might think twice about doing it at the first turn, though. So when he goes around the outside this time. Okay.
Yeah.
But he is looking kind of racy still. He's going to try and pop one down the inside of Kincaid, I think. Might think twice about doing it at the first turn, though. So when he goes around the outside this time. Okay. So he goes around the outside this time. Okay. So is he's about to cross the line, and he's definitely got that one done. So, yeah, won't need to worry about the pit lane on this lap, I don't think.
He'll give it a wide berth here.
As he runs off
Yeah,
the
there you
track
go.
there. Oh, they've both run off the track. Everybody's off the track. Where are they all going? As now Rebs is gonna fly on by. And he's up in a P5.
Wow.
So
I thought, yeah, I thought Boss was going to give it a little bit of room, but he nearly wasn't on the track.
well, he wasn't on the track.
There you go. Yeah, but back up the front, mate, we've got Budsy closing under the back of Rudsy. These guys, their tyres looking worse for wear. They've used a fair bit more fuel as well compared to the front runners. So, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they go in their next stint, but it's, yeah, I think these front two, Madrick and Blind Man, have just done a fantastic job just to stay there and keep working together. And yeah, they're going to be the ones to beat.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Rudsy is there or thereabouts, but if we see him in this lap, he's pretty much committed to the two-stop. So we'll see how he goes. We may see him in this lap, or is he going to go to lap 13? That's the big question. If you can make it to 13, he's on the one-stop and he's sitting pretty. But we'll have to wait and see. Does anybody pull the pin on lap 11? Budsy thought about it. No, he did. He is in.
Budsy's
yeah,
in.
okay. So he's on the two-stop.
And so's Boss. So Boss is in as well. So maybe if those guys work together, that's probably their best bet if they start working together and bump each other up there. Because on your own, it's so hard to generate lap time around this place.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But I think Rudsy's come this far. I think surely he'll be able to go one more lap. How's he looking for fuel?
Look, there's not a lot. I'd be surprised if he goes around again. I think he'll be in this lap. Yeah, no, he hasn't got much at all.
Which that's close, but no cigar, because to make the one-stop work, you've sort of got to make it 13 laps.
Yeah.
Unless he just plans to go full fuel save in that second stint.
Which he might have to, actually, because, yeah, I can't see him going again. Yeah, so he's made his life a little bit difficult in the next stint. But yeah, we'll see how he plays it.
He's got some good track position though, which is what you want. Yeah, he peels in.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I imagine we'll see
Blind Man.
Oh?
Blind Man bowls it wide at turn
Oh.
1 in a big way, and just manages to keep it on the track. He just broke a little bit late, and yep, and he dove to the outside to stop the risk of hitting the back of Madrick. So he's sacrificed himself there, but cost himself a couple of seconds.
Yeah, which I imagine these guys will be in this lap or the next, because it is the halfway mark. They're going to want to get off those medium tires as soon as possible and bring it home on the softs. Oh, was Kincaid's gone. He has been sent to the Shadow Realm. I wonder if there was a bit of foul play here. Let's have a look. As he came into the... No, it looks like he just did it on his own, just running deep, mowing a bit of grass. But yeah, there's I I think he didn't lose anything out of it, but yeah, maybe just a bit of ego, potentially, for Kincaid.
Bit of ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found himself in the grass.
It happens.
Yeah.
But
Not that he
yeah,
had-
Blind Man's actually caught up to Madrick, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but he's found it back. Must have revved it out.
So they're going to go
Just
around
fight in a
again
quick
here.
lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Revs is in, nothing in the tank. Grovel's in. Bumcrack goes round, so he can make it work. He's kind of sitting pretty here too. Now the question is, where does Rudsey come out in all of this?
Actually,
boss.
mate, something to note. Madrick has not got a lot of fuel, as Blind Man's gone round him. Yeah, so he is limping at home at the moment. He hasn't got a lot of fuel at all.
Wow, so that could be a bit of a blunder there from Madrick. He probably should have pit on lap 13. Maybe not looking at what lap it was and just missed the pit lane, I reckon.
Yeah, that's caught him out.
Yeah, he's bleeding so much time. You can hear how low the revs are in that Porsche.
Yeah, he actually could run out here.
That would be detrimental to
It's
his
that
race, I
close.
reckon.
Yeah. Gonna be suboptimal. Bumcrack might even grab second on the way into the pits. As he's limping at home. And he's out.
Yeah.
He is out of fuel. Wow.
That
So
is
he's
detrimental to this race. He's definitely going to
Yeah.
lose P3 here. Or P2
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, as he just limps it back to the pit lane. Bumcrack gonna go around him,
Hang on a minute.
and he
Bumcrack could be in a bit of trouble here because I believe he cut that white line on entry to get around Madrick.
that's allowed.
It's allowed? It doesn't
I think
give you a
that's
penalty?
allowed, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's open slather at Daytona.
I think, I think that would be a nasty surprise for Bumcrack if he was to end up with a 3-second penalty. But we'll see what happens. As everyone's in, so it's basically the big pit race. Who can get their car back out on track quickest? As the cameraman's just
Yeah, so
taking a
Blind
photo of
Man-
absolutely nothing there.
Blind Man's in the box seat here because he's he was pretty much leading this out on his own. So it's up to the
Butsy's
guys
gone
in
off
the
the
other
track.
strategy. Yeah,
But Budsy
Up
will
to the
take
guys
the
in the other
lead of the
strategy.
race here. So
he does
Budsy
too.
pit on lap number 12. Okay, so as he runs wide and Blind Man just drives past him.
Yeah, that was interesting.
As the boss gets fastest lap of the race on that last lap as well. He also pit on lap 12. He is looking very racy too. So far in this stint, 2:47.7s. So very consistent. He's purple again. So we could even see him go even quicker here, potentially. He's got that slipstream from Budsy, and he's got a nice bit of room in front of him. So will we see him drop an absolute heater here? This is the first time he's on the soft compound tyres all race. So
And let's not forget, mate, Budsy and Boss are both on the 2-stop, so they're going to want to get past Blind Man and pull a bit of a gap to be able to try and make up this extra stop that they're doing.
yeah, I think they're definitely at this point, they're out of sync. I don't think their race is with Blind Man. as I believe they're probably going to need to do... they would need about 15 seconds gap at this stage, like what we saw with Carbon Boy, as Budsy slides into the lead of the race. So that's the time you need to do it. He's made the call and he's slipped on by, but a bit complacent there as he slips onto the grass, and there's almost a bit of an incident there between Blind Man and Budsy. But Budsy stays on top. Oh, is he struggling badly at the moment, Budsy? Will we see him throw it down the inside at the next hairpin? No. So Budsy feeling very complacent at the moment, unable to hold on to that lead over a Blind Man, despite having probably the better car at this stage of the race.
Yeah, he's got the pace. He's just made a couple of little mistakes, and Blind Man's just been able to get him past, or get past him rather. But Blind Man won't be happy with this either. He'll be trying to get some consistent laps down. He's just trying to run his own race at this point. Yeah.
So, interesting enough, Bumcrack has saved a lot of time in the pit stop, and he is P6 now, really pressuring Revs for P5. So, this has been a great race from Bumcrack so far. He sort of sat down in that 8th or 9th position off the start, just buying his time, but now's the go time, and he's got a chance to get by Revs in a moment. As Budsy looking for this move on the Blind Man. Will he be able to get the move done at the first turn? No. The boss is...
Blind Man and
wide.
Budsy have gone wide.
Oh, as they made a bit of contact coming back on the track, and the boss slips on by in a P1. Once again, you have a look, that wind is just constantly changing. So I reckon it's definitely proving to be difficult for these guys trying to nail that first turn. You would think that they would probably just lift off a little early to err on the side of caution, but yeah, the boss into the lead of the race, ahead of Budsy and Blind Man. So now if Budsy and Blind Man keep battling it out here, boss could have a chance to whisk away off into the distance, but remember, these two are going to have to take another pit stop at some point in the near future. I imagine that'll be should be this lap really, off those medium... well, the boss ran the medium compound tyres a long way at the start, but Budsy didn't. He ran the softs. Yeah. So I'd imagine we could see Budsy in this lap.
Yeah, no, their tyres are... they're kind of about half life, but they've still got half a tank as well, so they've still got plenty to go.
Yeah.
In their respective stints.
I mean, this race-winning strategy that we saw from Carbon Boy was a 12-lap... No, it was 11 laps, 6 laps. No, it was 4 laps, actually. 11, 4, 11, I believe. Just doing a little splash and dash on the medium compound.
Yeah, right.
But we're seeing a slightly different strategy from Budsy here today. So far he's done 11, 7. And he's currently on his 18th lap, so... bit of a difference in strategy, and he's struggling to shake Blind Man from behind him as well. He is purple by 1/10.5 though. So he might be able to snag the fastest lap from... oh, as he runs up the back of the boss. I think, or there could have just been a bit of netcode there. We did see a puff of smoke, but it does invite Blind Man to get up by Budsy there. As now the boss is all sorts of sideways.
Coming onto the straight.
Yeah, and now that invites Budsy to come through. So now Budsy is the new race leader. As they're racing the aeroplane in the background that you can see. As they head down towards the bus stop chicane. He flashes his headlights a little bit there, Budsy, or it might have just been a refraction off the light.
Reflection.
That one too.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Reflect.
One of them.
Potato, tomato. Well, actually, they are very different things.
Potato,
reflecting
potato.
and refracting. As Blind Man, he's looking for a way through on these guys, or I have a feeling that Blind Man knows that they're on the 2 stops. Oh, as Budsy runs deep once again. It's the boss infinitely of the race. So Budsy's really struggling to get that car stopped at the first turn.
Yeah, well, all 3 of them haven't made it around that corner without going off the track. Yeah, so they're all kind of struggling there a bit. Also, Bumcracker's made a move on Rev, so he's up into P5 instantly there now. So he'll be able to get some good laps down and hopefully catch up to the back of these guys.
As Woody asks in the chat, what's refraction, Leno? Well, I'm so glad you asked, Woody. Refraction is the bending of light as it moves through different materials. So if it's going through water, the light will refract and bend because the item has the material has a different density, and it causes it to bend and slow down a little. And there you go.
Yeah, right. And what's reflection, Leno?
Reflection is what happens when they make me go to see this guy. And he gets me to talk about my feelings.
Is this the AA meetings again?
Unfortunately not. But yeah.
Oh, you go to what other meetings do you do?
Sector 1 admin meetings.
Oh, okay. You talk about feelings in there?
Yeah.
It's a bit gay.
Cody, it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, whatever floats your boat, mate. Yeah. So, Boss has decided to bowl it wide at turn 1 this time, and everyone's decided to go around him. He holds second. Oh, he's got half second penalty for his trouble, so that's he won't be alright with that. Boss he's had a moment, and he's given Blind Man a left-right.
I would say that half-second penalty from the Boss. Oh, it's Blind Man. Oh my goodness. Whoa. That was very hot, very deep. But he manages to pull it up. So, yeah, I would say that half-second penalty from the Boss was from the what's it called? The kink of turn 2-3. No, well, I don't suspect it was from going wide at the first turn. I believe he sort of clambered over turn 2, that little kink, that left-right or right-left kink. I believe that's where he's picked up that half-second from. But what that does mean is that Rudzy is probably going to be able to get past him here. Oh, he's 1.2 behind. I think Boss will be safe. Oh. Thought he may have ran a little wide there, but he's fine. He's plugging along. So Budsy's broken slipstream range of Blind Man at the moment. Now, Blind Man's pace while fuel saving is really throwing a spanner in the works of this race, because you don't really know how well these the Boss and that was a very defensive move from the Boss over Rudzy. So Rudzy, I believe, pit on lap 12. So if he wants to avoid the 2-stop and go till the end, he's going to need to do a lot of saving.
Yeah.
So that would be a 14-lap stint. Is he on track to get there, you reckon?
Rudzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be if he saves. Yeah, he's going to save a lot. Maybe like 5 litres or 7 litres or something he's going to have to save. But yeah, I don't know. That might be a bit of an ask. It's not impossible.
I reckon
he is saving a lot as well. So
Yeah.
he could be doing that.
I reckon at this stage of the race, I have a feeling he's a lot better off if he just continues on till the end rather than trying to take another pit stop.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, was that you that just fired into the chat?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Well, hello Ryan. Thank you for joining us in the chat this evening.
There's another one?
Yeah, another one. They're duplicating, mate.
Oh. Fair enough.
Things have they're spread out a bit, but they're still very tense and very close. So Grovel is under a little bit of pressure from Madrick at the moment, who is charging on a soft compound tyre, I have a feeling. And around the outside into the first turn, he's going to run out of road because Grovel also ran out of road, but he's going to try the switchback, the over-under. But it doesn't open up for him. Does he go for the move into turn 4? No, he thinks about it. I don't think he gets the run out of the hairpin there.
Yeah, Grovel keeps P6 for another day. I've been keeping an eye on Bumcrack, and he's been firing in some good times this stint. Just consistent low 48s. And his own, he's found probably 5 seconds on the leaders. And
Yeah,
he's
wow.
just putting in lap after lap, and he could catch these guys if they keep fighting. Yeah, it's going to be a big ask, but yeah, he's doing well.
As Blind Man has gone with Budsy, and we've got 4 laps left to go. How much fuel has Budsy got on board here?
Budsy, he'll be in this lap, if not the next one. He hasn't got a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's very nearly in. In fact, he's coming in this lap.
Yeah, he is too. So Blind Man inherits the lead of the race here. As the boss, he's on same strategy as Budsy, or he pit on the same lap at least, but he's going to go around again. So is the boss any better for fuel? Do you reckon he'll be able to nip till the end?
No, he won't make it to the end. He might be able to finish this lap. I don't know about doing another one. But yeah, he's going to be in directly. But Rudsy's got a hell of a run on him. He's going left and right. He's going to go the inside of the kink, which can be a bit ugly. But he gets it done.
Nicely done for the 178. And you reckon Rudsy can get to the end here?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, he's definitely he's a lot closer than Boss is. But yeah, he'll probably get to the end. He's got a lot of saving to do.
So Bumcrack could be on for a P2 here. He's just climbing slowly through the rankings, and he's plugging along. He's doing his thing. Blind Man's in free air, so he is just absolutely ripped off into the distance. But
yeah,
Bumcrack is just slowly putting in the hard yakka. He's reeling in the boss and Rudsy.
Yeah, he could be on for P2 here if but Rudsy just has to keep managing this gap that he's got, and he could just as well keep P2. So it all depends on how much life is left in the tyres.
Was that a pit fake from Rudsy there? I saw him weave across the track for a split second, but the boss, he's got 3% in the tank, so he didn't really have a choice whether to come in or not. But I have a feeling Rudsy maybe just thought about pitting and then quickly weighed up the fact that he's not going to go very far if he does take that pit stop. But on the ironic other hand, he isn't going to go far if he runs out of fuel.
Yeah. And something to note, mate, Madrick has got a pace about him as well, so he's actually kind of closing on the back of Bumcrack. And yeah, and Grovel's just there, and they're all kind of closing in on Ruddy. So in the last, in the last lap, this could turn into a 4-car battle.
Yeah, I mean, Madrick and Bumcrack, when they came out of the pits, of course, Madrick ran out of fuel coming into the stop, but Bumcrack had about 15% fuel on him. So he gained about 6 or 7 seconds coming out of the pits, and he's been using that to his advantage. But now the pace of Madrick, it's just come to a point where now he's just caught up all that time and right on the back of Bumcrack. As Grovel's waiting in the wings too, same as the Datsun car there from Revs.
Yeah, so Madrick's got a decision to make here. He could either push Bumcrack up to P2 and have a 3-car battle for P2, or he could just try and take the last step of the podium. Yes, so I don't know. He's got to weigh that up. There's only 2 laps left, so probably going to be a bit of an ask to catch P2.
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
lower on fuel.
So Rudzy is plucking along. At this point, with 2 laps to go, he probably should have about at least 15% in the car. Is he close to that number, Goaty, or is he on the fuel light? How close is he?
He's just on the fuel light now, so he's got 10%.
Oh, that's cutting it fine. He's going to be really close when he crosses the line. Blindman is absolutely taken off into the distance. He's 7.5 seconds to the good, so he has played his cards absolutely superbly here tonight. Rudzy could be in danger. Fuel compromise on this last lap. Is Bumcrack on the line?
Yeah. No. So Rudzy is the only one on the light.
Yeah, wow.
In the whole field.
Yeah, so on a fuel-saving lap, you're probably going to burn about 6 to 7%. So if he was on the light coming onto the tri-oval, you're going to burn 4% just on the tri-oval itself. So he's going to have a scorching last lap. But Bumcrack can't celebrate just yet either.
Yeah, he knows about it. He's really short shifting this car. I actually don't know if he'll make it.
I don't think he knows if he'll make it.
yeah, I think, if Rudzy can hang on to this P2, it will be an absolute miracle.
Into the first corner, as we see Bumcrack and Madrick neck and neck as well. So you never know, we could see Madrick up into P2 here by the end of this race. But nobody will know until that checkered flag falls, as Bumcrack having to go defensive here. Rudzy, he's bleeding time. He's already under a second from these guys. Oh, as Madrick loses the rear end. Can't quite get the throttle down. .3 seconds. Oh, huge
he's gone for a dive.
But I think he's going to be able to slip on by. Gets it done. But Bumcrack's going to come back at him. Deep under brakes. They're door to door at the apex. Some great rubbing and racing action here for us.
Bumcrack hangs on to P3.
But all this battling is a miracle for Rudzy. Rudzy is just taking off ahead of these guys. That's what he needed. He needed him to battle. And Madrick, don't do it through the bus stop. Deep under brakes. He gets it done, but that may be too little too late. As Blindman rounds the final corner, he's going to take P1. What a drive for him. Absolutely spectacular in the Jamco car. as we see the other guys coming around the final corner now. But Blind
It's not
Man
over.
is going to cross the line in P1. Rudzy, I
Rudzy's
think
out.
he's going to make it. He's
Rudzy's out.
Oh, that's Maverick. Is he going to push his teammate? He is. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh!
And Maverick, it's worked for him. He's pushed his teammate across the line. Have you ever seen anything
Wow.
like it? The true, that is a true teammate right there. As Budsy will be the next card across the line. He comes home in P9. The boss in
And
P10.
Magic. Wow.
And he takes the fastest lap for
Magic.
good measure.
Magic only got P3 by 12 thousandths.
I thought Bumcrack
In
got
front
him
of
for a second.
Bumcrack.
I thought he got him for a second. But VF, he's going to come and he's going to cross the line. P11. A super fun happy is going to get Greg's just about as Greg's burnt a penalty, I believe. Oh no, he ran out of fuel too.
Nah, he ran out of fuel. Yeah.
Wowee.
Wow.
Have you ever seen anything like it for a finish? Bumping his teammate over the line. And Rudsy almost lost it because of the hit as well. That was the speed difference between them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, as we have a look at the race results of that one, this is how they finished. So Blind Man, in the end of all that, he won by 10 seconds over Rudsy in P2, who got a helping hand across the line from his teammate Madrick, who finished third. He almost gave up his podium to get his teammate P2, but somehow managed to get the job done there. Bumcrack in 4th place, Revs in 5th, Grovel 6th, King Cabe in 7th, Black Project 8th. So that's a good drive from him from 13th. Budsy in 9th, the boss in 10th with the fastest lap as well. VF 11th, Super Fun Happy 12th, and Greg's in 13th there. Wow. So who are you going to give your drive of the day to there, Goaty?
Well, mate, Blind Man had to have a bloody great race, you know. Credit to him, but I've got to give it to Madrick actually, just from that bump over the line. You know, what a good bloke.
Yeah. Oh.
Thinking of his teammate. Yeah.
Oh, imagine
that was
the
great.
scenes if he lost the podium because of that, though. There would have been
Yeah.
I can just imagine them in a party chat and Rudsy says, "Quick, give me a bump, I'm out of fuel," and Patrick bumps him across the line. Bumcrack slips on by and he loses out on the podium. That would have been absolute trauma for Jimmy Superfly to deal with the post-race debrief. But wow.
Well, he nearly took out his teammate. They were nearly both off the podium.
Oh. As we see a lot of driver of the day votes up and down the field for Madrick. I think everyone thinks that was possibly the teammate move of the century. But yeah, I think I'm going to give my drive of the day to Madrick as well. Honestly, just great job. Secured the double podium for Black Rose. You just love to see it.
Yeah.
So, anything else to say before we sign things off tonight, Cody?
No, mate. I've said everything I wanted to say, and yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
Special thanks to you and everybody else who joined us today. Yeah, thanks for filling in. Well, you didn't fill in; you just rocked up, Cody. But thanks for coming in and race directing tonight's Group A race. And thank you to everybody for rocking up tonight. So it's been a great night of racing. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Had some legendary racing, some weird moments, some weird and wacky moments, and yeah, been a great night. But yeah, if you're new here, make sure to tune in next Sunday. We're doing it all again. Category 1 will be up. Well, except for Goaty, because he was a bit naughty and he got himself a race ban for driving like an absolute numpty. But everyone else will be there, except for Muffin. I don't think Muffin will be there because we're going to be doing a little bit of real life racing. But yeah, so thanks for coming out, everybody. It's been a great night of racing, and I've absolutely loved it. And thanks for joining me in the comms box, Cody.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
All right, that's Ladosis and Cody. We're signing things off for the Category 2, Round 7, Season 11 round at Daytona. We'll catch you all, guys. We'll catch you all next Sunday. See ya. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around Palisades Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit, yeah, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, oh. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Oh my! Oh no! No! You can't do that!
You see that steering grip? What that do?
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface. It's a spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.